Hello everybody, it's Easy Victus here, coming at you with another video, and it's all about animated TV show and movie related topics. You already know this. But guys, if you haven't checked out my Twitch channel, please do. I stream every single Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and also I'm trying to get more days incorporated into the week, so I would definitely be letting you guys into the loop. But yeah, go check that out. So I will be talking today about which characters or which character are my favorites. I think I'll have, like a little bit of a top three, but I will tell you my favorite character of all time in the Avatar the Last Airbender series. If you like this video, definitely tell me down below so I can do one about Legend of Korra, which I think would be pretty interesting also. So we are all, or most of us anyway, are big fans of Avatar the Last Airbender and Legend of Korra alike. We've read the comics, we've watched the shows, and we have been through the horrendous monstrosity that the movie was. We got through all of it, and we still love each other because of it. And that's all we can do. We all have differing opinions, and that's what makes us awesome. But guys, I want to talk about one of the characters that's going to be in my number 3 spot, which is definitely going to be Aang. Aang is main character, so it makes sense that he's going to be in the top 3, but there's specific reasoning behind what I'm saying as to why he is in the top 3. Aang's whole character arc has been one that has been very interesting and awesome to watch for me personally. I've really liked how we've seen him grow from a very young boy who didn't want any of this responsibility that was on his shoulders from such a young age of 12 to becoming a full-fledged Avatar who is just beating the hell out of the Fire Lord Ozai, who is like 35? Like he's mature and he's getting freaking skull stomped by Aang, who is 12. Of course, he's the Avatar, but there's so much good that happens in this story and with his everything that goes on with him. He's amazing. We're gonna go through a few topics of every single character and exactly why. So let's get through Aang's. As I've stated, Aang has fantastic character development. I mean, the writers, everyone who was a part of his portrayal as a character just did a phenomenal job. We get to be in this journey with Aang while he is mastering all of the elements. And it is going to be water, fire, earth, and air. Of course, he's already mastered air, but he has to go through the others if he wants to defeat Ozai, which is not an easy task to say in the least. He is charming, he's fun, he's loving, he's very brave, as well as a very intense character at times. He is human, and it's really cool to see the struggle in his mind and in his emotions through fighting with this power that he has within him that he doesn't even want to have in the first place. In many ways, he's very relatable. I mean, you understand he has this burden on his shoulders, which we all put on our shoulders during the day. Another part of it is it's very believable. It's very believable that this is a 12-year-old kid and he is going through all of these adventures with his team Avatar and is growing because of it. He is forced at a very young age to mature at a level that no one at his age or even around his age is used to doing. It's just a very fun journey to be a part of. As well as his, climactic ending whenever he's fighting Ozai and then he finally learns to use energy bending to take his bending away rather than listening to his past selves who say that you can't really do it unless you kill him. There's no real way around it. And he was the stepping stone to learning about energy and energy bending, which, we got into it a little, actually a bit more in Korra, which I was really happy about. But yeah, he's my number 3, but at number 2, we're gonna have Toph Beifong. And it's not really that big of a surprise. I mean, I think a lot of you know that my second favorite character has to be Toph. She's amazing, and she's strong and brave, and in some ways she's actually very vulnerable. As we go through her being a part of Team Avatar, we understand that she has insecurities. She has things that she doesn't think that she can do. She is a human being rather than just being a rough and tough, earthbender girl that doesn't want to be a part of anything emotional. No, she definitely does. And I love how they do that little yin and yang type thing when we figure out so many different levels and complex layers to these characters. Definitely Toph is one of those characters for me. Personally, I love Toph. Just like with Aang, we see her learn new abilities. He is learning how to do the other elements which she can't do, but she learns metal bending to get out of a very dangerous situation, which I was like, whoa, like everyone watching was like, what? Like, what's happening right now? Like, she's metal bending. It's crazy. Like, no one, it said so many times in the show, and they referenced it, that you can't metal bend. Not even you can metal bend. And then she freaking does it, and it's like, what? The emotions with her also hit home whenever we figure out that she is learning to love these people as family. And when they go on these adventures, you know, she doesn't have any siblings. She's only used to her mom and dad, and they've sheltered her entire life. You know, this is an actual mature time for her, and she's at such a young age, and she's just getting all of this stimuli just all of a sudden. You know, it's such a big world. She's never been outside of her kingdom or anything, even like her house, as her parents didn't even know. And it's crazy to be there for it. For Toph, it was more of her emotions and the way she was portrayed as well as developed that I really liked about it. She didn't have much of a character arc. She had a character arc, but it wasn't as climactic as some of the characters that we had were. She didn't have like this big thing that she wanted to do. She just, you know, mastered metal bending, and as well found out what life was like outside of the walls that her parents pushed her into, which was awesome, and why she is the number 2 on my list. And number 1, I mean, you guys probably already know what it's gonna be. In every list that I've seen, this is definitely number 1, and it's for a really good reason. It's Zuko. Zuko is mwah, ooh, amazing. It's hard to do one of these videos and not have Zuko be your number 1 because there's just so many reasons, and I'm gonna get into them right now. Zuko, from what we see in the very first episode, is someone who is, you know, a prince who thinks he's all that, and he's angry, and he wants to control everything. He's just like a normal baddie, you know? It's like, oh, he's a bad guy, one-dimensional, he just la da da da, right? That changes so much as we go through the story, as you all know. The story progresses and we learn that it is certain reasons why he feels this way and why he's doing these things. We figure out that because of his father's lack of love and compassion for him, as well as his scar, that he is banished, and he's banished because, of course, talking out of turn. But he is on this journey at such a young age of 16 to find himself, after figuring out and learning that he doesn't have to be his father's chess piece. He doesn't have to do the bidding of his dad and be this son that his dad can be proud of for his own sake. He has to find his own path. And as the story progresses, as the seasons go on, you know, really into like the middle of season 2 and like the ending of season 2 is when we really get the payoff for Zuko. I mean, he really just goes for full circle good guy, and it's crazy to watch because he was so hell-bent, and so many times he went back from being a little bit good to going straight back to bad. The prime example being whenever Katara was about to use that healing water on him, and he was just like, you know what, no, and then fought her 2-on-1 with Azula on his side, of course. And I'm just gonna say, I think Katara would have wiped the floor because Katara was getting really good at freaking waterbending and is a beast. So I really think she would have gone 1-on-1 and won, but that's for another video. But the raw emotion that we feel with Zuko and what he's going through and his complexity, his inner demons that he has to shake free, and he has to become a whole different person. It's not just easy for him. He has to go through like a mutation, like a literal mutation. And he does that throughout the series. And his whole life, he has had one little beacon of hope, which was his mom. And after she passed, of course, he became very bitter and angry at the world, as we can all see through many different episodes of him. He's very upset with the world, but he understands through his very, very great father figure and mentor, Iroh, that life is not supposed to be spent being angry and hateful, but rather than with understanding and patience and love. And at the very end, the payoff, ooh, of him fighting against Azula is breathtaking. First of all, that's one of the best animated fight scenes that I've ever seen. The music, oh my god, was so well orchestrated and amazing. It was just so good. And I love how they had Sozin's comet to make all of their fire look amazing and crazy strong. And it was showing to a T how much of a good person he's become and how much stronger he's become because of his resolve. Rather than Azula still feeding off of that hate, he is so much more mature than her now. And she used to be on top, but now he is on top. And one-on-one, we definitely saw him beating her, and she had to go for his throat, try to kill Katara, but he got in the way, further proving that he's a good guy. Oh my god, it's just so good. It's so good. I can't tell you how much I love what they did with Zuko's character. He is a 360, whatever degree you want to call it, good character. I don't know anything bad about his character arc at all. He is perfect to me. He's utterly amazing. So there you have it, everybody. I think that Zuko has to be my number one, definitely my number one. Number two has to be Toph, and number three has to be Aang. Lastly, everybody, I do stream, like I said before, on Twitch from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm working into incorporating more days into the week, but yes, I do stream every single one of those days. So please go check that out and go say hi on my Twitch stream. As well, click my big old noggin right here to subscribe. I do post videos every single Tuesday, all about animated TV show and movie related content, mostly Avatar. And check out right here my last video. It is a Among Us gameplay, and you know, it's kind of fun, kind of goofy, if you want to get into that. Everyone have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Stay safe.